It's time for Thirsty Thursdays, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So, I just opened my first of two Busch beers. So cheers. Grab your favorite pipe and favorite blend and smoke with me. I actually have a little bit of a smoke off because, and I'll show you here in just a minute. Yes. It was a hot one today. So, I hope everyone has had a great week so far. So, yesterday I got that package in, and I did from the East India Trading Company Officers Club, which is just phenomenal. I would definitely rate this a 10 out of 10. And let me just read you what is in it. Officers Club combines Virginia's, Burley's, and Black Cavendish with rum. Gentle spices and creamy vanilla that will make you think of a decadent dessert. Officers Club will be truly satisfying after a hearty evening meal. Now, they didn't give it a room note or anything, but I recognized it immediately. Tasted almost, well, really, it tasted exactly like Sutliff's vanilla custard, which I have here. And the bag does not, because I ordered all my stuff in bulk, it doesn't say what's in it, but I did look it up. It has Virginia's, Burley's, Black Cavendish. It does not have the rum. I don't know about the gentle spices, but it does have a creamy vanilla topping. Basically, almost identical ingredients with the exception of, I don't know what Officers Club has as far as gentle spices, but I do know it has rum in it, and vanilla custard does not. And vanilla custard does have a room note rating of 4 out of 5, which is extremely good. In other words, it is an aromatic. If you smoke it around people, they will love it. If you're outdoors, walking through the village, just sitting in the village, whatever, outdoor cafe, and you light up, people will love that smell. All right? So I loaded up my Peterson, which one is this? My Peterson Dublin Edition X106 with the Officers Club, and loaded up my Mr. Bragg Poker Edition. Love this pipe. 9 millimeter filter with Sutliff vanilla custard. And we're going to do a taste test here. First, we'll smell it. It smells like vanilla. Can't really smell the Burley's. The vanilla kind of takes everything over, so that's really all I can smell on that. And in the Officers Club, the vanilla note is a little different. It's not as powerful. Yeah, when I smell the vanilla custard, it's a very powerful vanilla smell. When I'm smelling the Officers Club, I can smell a fair vanilla backdrop. but I can also get a tiny hint of the rum in it. So let's light it up. We'll start with Officers Club first. I love this stuff. Very smooth. Now, when I do smoke this, I do just get a bit of a taste of rum. I can definitely taste the vanilla. I can taste the burleys. Cavendish. Now I'm running into a slight spot where the vanilla has gotten a little stronger. Maybe just because the pipe's going a little better. And it's just phenomenal. It's so smooth on your tongue. You're not going to get tongue bite from this. Officers Club is definitely an all-day smoke, and I'm glad that I bought 3 tins of it. One of my subscribers, Adam Park, made a notation on this Officers Club tobacco review that I did, and he says, "You know what? I've been wondering who you look like, and you look like Steve Nicol, or Nicol. I don't know. The guy is a retired professional football player, international football player, that which I assume means soccer, not American football. So most of you Europeans would know him. He's on ESPN. His name is Steve, Nicol. However you pronounce it. Nicol, I don't know. Nicole. I'm not a soccer, I don't watch soccer. I watch the Buffalo Bills American football team play. That's about as far as I go with sports. But I did look the gentleman up. I'm sure he has I do see a very, very close resemblance. But I think I'm much better looking. Although he has a lot more money than I do, so. If I had his money, I would burn mine. Not that I don't have, I mean, I don't have a lot of money. I'm not wealthy by any stretch of the imagination. Actually, I am wealthy in the aspects of my life that I have, and the children that I have, and the people that I know. I'm just not rich money-wise. I mean, I pay my bills every single month. I have a savings account. I have an emergency fund. So I don't know. For you Europeans that love soccer, do I look like Steve Nicol? Or Nicole? Nicol? Nice one, Adam. All right, now that we got this rolling, I can definitely feel more, taste more of the rum notes, more of the vanilla. I don't know what they use as far as their special spices. The vanilla, as it's burning hotter, the vanilla flavor kind of, oh, now I can taste the rum really good. I wonder if they just soaked the Virginias in the rum. I just got a good punch of rum. It's funny with some of these blends. you'll be smoking them, and then you'll have a sensation of one thing, and then get a sensation of another, and then all of a sudden another out of left field totally pops in because you've hit that certain spot of the tobacco in your pipe. So it kind of changes sometimes throughout the smoke. Definitely can taste all the notes of the rum. So now let's clear the palate. Yes. Oh, today was a warm one. It was 88 degrees and humid. My hair was soaking wet. So what you see with my hair right now, because when I go to work, my hair looks very presentable. I get up and I take a shower every morning. I can't go to work without taking a shower. And then, I do my morning stuff, brush my teeth, use the toilet, blow my nose, blah, 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 floss my teeth, gargle with mouthwash, swish it around my mouth. Dental hygiene and personal hygiene is very important to me. And then when my hair's still wet, I'll rub hair gel, men's hair gel in it. And so I go in and my hair's sculpted, but after you're sweating all day long, and so for Thirsty Thursday, after I took my welding helmet off after all day, my hair was soaked, so it still had the gel in it, so I just kind of slicked it back a little bit. Yeah. Yes. Clear the palate one more time, and we're going to fire up our Sutliff Vanilla Custard. I'll tell you what, this East India Trading Company Officers Club has got to be the best, one of the best blends I've had in a long time. I mean, I definitely, like I said, would rate this a 10 out of 10. As far as my taste buds, you could buy it and you might not like it. If you're not an aromatic person, I think you should still try it. It's not a real strong aromatic. It's not overpowering like, the Captain Black, cherry tobacco. And it's very smooth on the tongue. All right, so here we go. In our Mr. Bragg Poker. And I love this pipe. It just, Mr. Bragg does such a great job on their pipes. The fit, the finish, the briar. They do make a lot of pear pipes, but this one's briar. I only have one of their pear pipes, and I don't use it that much. I really enjoy briar. But the draw on this 9mm is good. So let's light up. Now, also, in the description on this vanilla custard, they did mention that they had come up with one of the strongest vanilla toppings known that's available. Seems a lot smokier than the Officers Club. I'm getting a little hint of the burleys in there. A little hint of the sweet Virginias. Definitely vanilla, obviously, hence vanilla custard. But it's not overpowering. It's not like a super, super strong, strong aromatic. Maybe it's just because I love vanilla so much. Very smooth on the tongue, also, just like the Officers Club is. Both are very cool smokes. Both would definitely be an all-day smoke. I love vanilla custard. I would rate it a 9, only because I love that taste of that rum infused tobacco that the Officers Club has. 9.5. All right, they get a 9.5. Now, you can see I'm smoking this like a freight train. No tongue burn at all. I don't feel any stinging or anything like that. The smoke is still cool. Actually, the pipe is still cool. And this ain't even broken in. Both burn very well. Although I think the vanilla custard is a little more moist tobacco than the Officers Club. Just slightly more moist. Both very good blends. So I would definitely recommend East India Trading Company's Officers Club and vanilla custard, which I still have this left, plus another 2 pounds of it. I'd say it'll last me for a while. And they're in factory sealed Ziploc bags, where they will stay, because I'm sure if they're in a factory sealed bag, and I haven't opened them up yet, I mean, they're sealed and then they're rolled up and taped. I feel pretty confident. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel pretty confident that those would last for decades the way that they're stored. Vanilla custard is one of my favorites, but this Officers Club, because of the rum and whatever special spices that they use in there, just beats vanilla custard out just by a little. I'm sorry, Sutliff. Although I do like the vanilla custard appears to produce a lot more smoke, and I like that. It seems to burn a little bit better. I don't know why. Just a nice cool smoke. Doesn't overheat your pipe. Yeah, so I think it's time to open up our second Busch beer. Yeah. So, as you all know, the Mormon missionaries a couple days ago rang my doorbell, and I told them they could come back. And I've thought about it since then. It's like, wait a minute, what? You know what? You were a Mormon. You're not anymore. I haven't been a Mormon in almost 40 years. So what really, and I do respect the people, the Mormon people. They're awesome people. I do respect them a lot, and they just are wonderful, wonderful folks. Can't say enough about them. But what's there to talk about? It's not like I'm going to go back and be a Mormon again. I think, and I know what their thoughts are. Hey, let's reel this guy back into the church. Let's get him back on track or whatever, what they think is on track. And I'm not interested in doing that. So why waste the time sitting down with them for an hour or an hour and a half and have them try to reprove the Book of Mormon? Look, I agree with a lot of their beliefs. I still do. But I do consider myself a Christian, a born-again Christian, who's given his heart to the Lord and been baptized under that promise. And I just don't ever see myself going back to Mormonism. It makes no sense to me. Not that it doesn't to them. As far as a way of worship, like I said, their way of worship and their beliefs, I agree with a lot of them, but I just don't want to sit down and waste an hour and a half of my time when I'm not going to go back to church there. Clear the palate, yes. Once again, let's go back to our officers' club. That didn't really seem to overheat the pipe a lot either. And that one's not even broken in either. So both of these are 9mm filters, which I don't have filters in them, but I don't know if that makes a difference or not. I mean, actually, you would think that with a 9mm versus a 6mm, you're sucking in through a lot more. You would think that the pipe that was a 9mm would be burning hotter and create more heat, but apparently not with this blend. So here we go with our Peterson again. Yeah, they did a fine job on rusticating this. I don't think that is sandblasted. They call that like an alligator finish or something. But anyways. I normally do like a smooth briar pipe because I like, I used to do a lot of woodworking. I like to see the designs in the wood, and on this you can't. I mean, they're dyed black. There's no grain to see. I mean, some of this briar, for instance, this Hilson, you look at that, that's actually double stained. That's stained a black and a chestnut. So the black goes on first, then they rub a lot of it off, but it stays in the deep pores of the pipe, and then they put the chestnut color on over it, so it gives it, really pulls out the grain on the pipe. Take that back. This Officers Club produces a lot of smoke too. Maybe it's because I'm using a 9mm, both 9mm pipes. I don't know. I do like that little bit of a bite. Not a burn, but you get a little bit of a bite from the rum that's been infused in this tobacco. Just so good. So for the next 3 Saturdays and Sundays I'm owned, let's see, I'm working every Saturday at my job, and then this Sunday my girl has like a big family reunion type of thing every year. So we get to drive 2 hours. And I met one of her sons. Haven't met the other. Met her mom. But I haven't met her two brothers and their wives and the cousins and all of that stuff, the nieces and nephews. Nor have I met the other son who just turned 18. And he's all nervous about meeting me. So that's going to take up the entire day. 2-hour drive. Then the following Saturday, of course, working at my job. And then on that Sunday is my daughter's baby shower. So I'll be there. And I told her, I says, you know what? I says, not going to go online in that registration and buy stuff, whatever. I'm going to give you a fair amount of money. My thoughts are $300 I'm going to give her. And a nice card. And then you can buy what you want. So then the following Saturday, I'll be working at my job again. And then that following Sunday, I get to help them move from their one-bedroom apartment to a 2-bedroom townhouse because the baby's due in September. So I've been spoken for pretty much almost 24/7 for the next 3 weeks. But, you know, it's all good stuff. It's family stuff. And it'll be good. Getting some good rum notes out of this Officers Club. Not overpowering, just slightly. If you didn't know there was rum in there, you would notice maybe there was something a little different. An undertone but if obviously I know there's rum in there, so I know what that taste is. I got to start buying new shirts and new jeans. When you work in a shop like I do, you're grinding metal, and believe it or not, that grinding the metal will put a hole right through your shirt. I've got shirts that are cut in half from grinding and the hot sparks hitting them, and then you're welding, and I can't own anything good and take it to work, and then your pants, you're dealing with metal that's rusty, and just get your blue jeans. I mean, for about the first 15 times I washed my blue jeans, it all came out, but then after a while I just stained them so bad that I can wash them and you can still see it. I don't know. I'm jonesing for a cigarette, really. I think I'll smoke a cigarette. Here in New York State, we're probably the highest tax state out of the whole United States. About 72% of our income by the time you figure property taxes and this tax and that tax and sales tax and tax on fuel, tax on cigarettes, tax on this, sin tax, which, taxes snack foods and soda pop and stuff. By the time you figure all of that's New York state tax, federal tax, I figured it out. It's about 72% of your income. So we buy our cigarettes, most of us here in New York State, instead of spending almost $11 a pack, we drive 45 minutes to the Indian reservation where they're $24 a pack. like less than a quarter of the price. And they're good too, you know. Anyway, so we are coming up, just broke 30 minutes on Thursday. So, how many of you do think I look like Steve Nicol, or however you pronounce his last name, the international football star, soccer star, that now is on ESPN, retired? Is there a resemblance? Well, I don't know. Only you can be the judge. Anyways, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy, live from Rochester, New York. Thanks for enjoying Thirsty Thursday with me. Yeah. Happy pipe smoking, pipe smokers. Over and out.